What's up, YouTube fam? Today I have sitting here amongst me one of my favorite rifles to shoot. I absolutely love this. I think I've showed it on the channel before, but I never really went over anything about it or anything, or really said what it was. So I figured I'd take today as an opportunity to put out some content and tell you a little bit about this if you want to pick one up. They are, if you can find them, they kind of are at a premium right now, but you know, if you look around or put some search engines out there, and you might be able to find one. For this I paid $857. It was like $957 out the door when I got it. But this is a Savage Axis 2 precision rifle. It is chambered in 308/762 or 308 or 762 NATO. It's a very powerful round. It's a good round. It's a fairly reasonably cost round, which also makes it nice. Now, while I have it laying on its side here, and I can kind of get everything in the frame. So this Savage Axis Precision uses MDT buttstocks, lower and everything, so that's why you get that little tactical look to it. It is a bolt action rifle with a 10 round magazine, which is I kind of like it. It keeps the weight good. You could put a 20 round in there, or if you so choose, you could put a 30 round in there, so long as it compatible with the lower. So what do I have in this gun? I put the muzzle brake on here, which is a tank style muzzle brake. If you're unfamiliar with what that does, basically all the energy that's leaving the barrel is turned into recoil, where it's pushed back at you and hits your shoulder. The muzzle brake helps alleviate some of that pressure so that it doesn't kick as hard. It does. This particular muzzle brake works very well, but it does also make the rifle louder. So you know, you're gaining something, but you're losing something if you care about how loud your rifle is. I particularly don't. Where I shoot is basically 38 acres of wooded area, and you know, there's really no one around. But still, it is a louder rifle with the muzzle brake on there. That was actually a reasonably priced one. I think I got it off eBay. Generally you'll find these things for like 90, 100 bucks. You don't need to spend that. Go on eBay, you can get them for 20 bucks, and they come with the compression ring. Put them on. It's a muzzle brake. It doesn't need to cost that money. You're throwing money away at that point. So this particular rifle also has the M-LOK rail on it. So what I did is put the foldable bipod. There's one on the other side too, but for sake of showing you, you pull this ring down here, and you can have adjustments on your bipod, you know, however you want it to sit while you're shooting. In that same scenario, down here there's a little knob, and you can push that out, and you can also adjust the height that you would like your bipod to sit at, and you can lock it in with that little thumb screw and lock it in to whatever height you're doing, especially if you're doing the precision stuff. If you're moving around, you don't have to lock it in. Like, you could leave it like there. It just has a little more wobble in it, where if you tighten it down, it's a solid fit on the bipod. Really like these bipods. I think this was what brand is this thing? This is a UTS brand. I think it was like 29 bucks. Again, you can spend hundreds of dollars on a bipod. Unless you are I mean, a professional shooter that's got to hit the target every time. This is, I mean, you could probably do it with this too for a quarter of the price. But unless you want something that's more fancy or something such as that, this is all you need. It's sturdy, it's aluminum construction, rubber feet. You don't need anything more than that unless you just want to spend the money. So that's the bipod portion of it. The mag release is right here. You push forward and obviously it's empty. It's a plastic mag for your 308 or 7.62, again, 10 round. The trigger on this thing is absolutely amazing. It is essentially, it's adjustable. You can adjust it, but for me, out of the box, it's light as a feather. It's so easy to be accurate, you don't even really have to think about it. It's just ready to go out the box. So again, this is unloaded and there's no ammunition around here. So as you slide your bolt back, you know, pull your round in, it would activate your trigger and you would slide your bolt back and lock it in place. I don't have a good representation of how easy this is, but the trigger is just, I mean, there's no, I mean, once that safety's in, you're talking millimeters before your break. Really great action. If you need to remove your bolt action, you slide it out like so. When you get to the back, basically you pull the trigger back and push that lever down at the same time, and you can remove and lubricate your bolt action unit from that point, clean whatever you may need to do in there for your maintenance. To reinsert, same process, trigger back, pull the lever down, push it in, and now it's going to be locked in there so the bolt will not exit out. Handle. This handle is, pistol grip is super nice, super comfortable. It's good for, I mean, I don't have huge hands, but it's very comfortable when shooting. And I really, you know, some people would say get a Magpul, and you could put a Magpul furniture on there if that's what you want. For me, if it's my hand good, I don't see a need to spend the extra money on that. If you didn't like it or you're accustomed to your Magpul furniture, hey, go for it. But out of the box for basically I say entry level, but to me it's a little better than an entry level. I mean, from performance wise, price wise, you know, entry level, because you could spend $10,000 on a rifle, but I mean, I can't, but somebody can. So reinsert the magazine and lock it in, and again, there's no ammo in this area. So let's talk about the buttstock. The buttstock is adjustable. There are two, let me see if I can't get you a better, trying to think of the best way to show this to you all. But let me zoom in just a little bit. And I'll go over the trigger and the bolt again so you can see it in an up close area. But there are shims that come with this, so you do have adjustments that's close to about 3 inches of length on your buttstock. There's 2 screws at the end, hex screws, that the rifle does come with the tool. For me, I only needed one of the shims in there. It feels best for me in shooting. Of course, to save the rest of them, just threw them up in the cupboard. But this is adjustable via 2 Allen head bolts that come out, and you can leave in or adjust the shims to how you need to for you. On your chin brace here, you have a Allen here, and you can adjust this up or down to your liking to sit against your chin. To be perfectly honest, this is the factory position on it, and I actually do need to bring it up probably like half an inch, but it's so negligible for me that it just, I haven't done it yet. So again, we'll come back over here. I figured I should show you the close-up. When you have your bolt in there, this is your safety, the silver thing, and I use this finger. So you see the safety is now depressed, and before it breaks, it's literally, I mean, it's beautiful trigger. You couldn't ask for a better trigger on a rifle of this caliber. You just couldn't. And just in case you did miss it, to remove that, give you like an up close, just flip that out, slide it back. You're gonna pull your trigger back, and push this down, this tab right there, and that'll take your bolt action out or in. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the rifle upright. Let me go ahead and bring it out some. So now we have the rifle upright, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little for you. So on this here rifle, as you can see the optic, I'll put it to the side. This rifle is deserving of a scope, and it shall have a scope. At the present moment, it is just fitted with I have this up in the closet. This is a SIG Romeo MSR. It's good. Like, I could get about 150 yards on a 12-inch steel. Like, I have no problem. Even with an 8-inch piece of steel, I generally, from 125 to 150 yards, I can do okay with this. There's no magnification on it or anything, so you really ain't going out past that. And even for precision shooting, you would definitely want something different. I just had this and I put it on there because at the present time, I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to do in the background, and spending, you know, $800 on a scope at the moment, it's just not something that I want to do, because then it delays some other projects. But this will get a scope on it. Probably going to put either 1x6 or 1x8. I probably do a 1x8 just so I can have the full potential of the rifle. But you do have a good probably 8-inch Picatinny, however they want to say it. I call it the Picante rail. It's also, but I get tore apart in the videos all the time for it, so it's no big deal. But you do got your Picatinny rail, so you can get, if you wanted to do a red dot and a magnifier, you could do that setup without any problem. Like, you could do the red, a different type of red dot and a 3x or 4x magnifier, and you'd have no problem going, you know, hitting 300, 400 yards probably with this. Yeah, about 350 yards you'd probably be okay at with a red dot and that. Again, the scope is the ideal way to go. This is just what I have, so I can shoot it and hit a dang target right now. So there's that. Slide you in just a little bit. See right here in the back, this is your safety. If you're new to guns, red is dead, and covering red, that's safe. So obviously right now it's not in safety. To put it in safety, it'd have to be cocked. But if you slide this back, it's safety. Forward is time to shoot. So yeah, there's that. Now I'll go ahead and kind of just set it on this side here momentarily and just show you the other side. There's really nothing on the other side, but I figured I'd show it to you. And I want to show you one other thing that you know, some folks might like, which I'm sure you've seen it because you were looking at the video or looking at the other thing. You do have the M-LOK rail up here. So you do have the ability to add features to this, like if you wanted, and it's on the bottom too. So even if you have the bipod, you could still put, you know, a flashlight or a light laser combo on there if you so wanted to do so. You do have the option for additional accessories with this rifle. I mean, it's a lot of rifle for the money that you get or you're paying for, so you can't really complain. I have shot this before, and my intent was to shoot it today and film a separate video for y'all, but I'm gonna have to make that video next weekend because I have some other things that have come up. So there will be a video of this actually in action, but I wanted this video to kind of come out first, simply for the fact that we understand what we're shooting and whatnot. So I picked this up at budsgunshop.com. They're not a sponsor. I wish they were, but they're not. I don't have no sponsors. Everything I do is self-funded, and so it is what it is. But in the event that you want to look at this, I think Bud's Gun Shop is out of stock right now. They're probably the most reasonable price. There are some other places I've seen it, but you know, they ask more money for it because it's one of those things that it's a really good rifle for the money. You really couldn't ask for more for the price that you're paying. So again, this is the Savage Axis II precision rifle, 10 round bolt action, M-LOK rail, Picatinny rail, adjustable buttstock. You know, it's a really great piece of equipment, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone wanting to get into a good rifle or a semi entry to light mid-range long-range shooting rifle. It's a great hunting rifle if you're into that. Yeah, you got all faucets. I will say it's as is the way it's set up. It's not terrible heavy, but it does have some weight on it. You could, if you want to, put a different barrel on here. This barrel is able to come off, take the barrel nut off, pop it off. You could put a lightweight barrel or carbon fiber, whatever you want, but I kind of like this just as it is right now, so that's how we have it. Now, that being said, if you all have any questions about this Savage Axis II precision rifle, chambered in 308/762 NATO, please put them in the comments below. Smash that like button, share the video, subscribe. It really does help the channel. It helps me do more content, and it truly keeps me motivated to keep doing stuff like this, because I mean, it's just as easy to do this without filming it and sharing it with anybody, but I figure if I come across something that's nice and is good, why not share it with some other people so maybe they can check it out and pick one up if they have an interest in it. So until the next time, guys, stay safe, stay armed, enjoy the beautiful weather if you're anywhere in the south like I am, because there has been no winter this year, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for being the best part of the channel. We love y'all.